So, Judy, third year, 2025 annual conference, NIB. You've been with us since the start. What keeps bringing you back?
Oh my gosh, NIB for 3 years has been such an evolution. What I see has happened is more and more companies, more and more individuals are aware of NIB as just this aggregator. People are interested and they come from so many different perspectives of interest, whether they're neurodivergent individuals or companies or academics, and we come together in this great atmosphere and environment to really, collaboration was the theme this year, and I think that we really hit that one out of the park.
Amazing. Yeah, it's just such a fantastic day, loads of energy. Really love it. How has it evolved for you over the last 3 years? You know, looking back to that first time in Excel, last year in the other venue, you know, what's that evolution look like to you?
So many more people, right? So many more people, a lot more of a shared agenda around what needs to happen. You know, we were year one, it was a little bit more like topic and talk about everything.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funneled its way into this shared mission around, you know, how do we create more inclusive, neuro-inclusive opportunities for more neurodivergent individuals? And so we kind of all have the topics now, and we're advancing that conversation.
And that evolution, I think, is something you've gone through a lot with Wells Fargo as well. So tell us a bit about that.
Yeah. So the University of Connecticut founded a center in 2020 focused on the persistent challenges of employment for neurodivergent individuals. And as a university, we primarily focused on people with average to above average intelligence who had skills and talents, and they were just the unemployment rates were way too high, right? So we were like, how can we as a university contribute to the solution? And we really focused on employer education. I always said it was like the airport analogy. We've got a plane and it needs to land. If we have not prepared the runway, which is the companies, to know what is neurodiversity, how does this relate to my company and my business, and then what do I do differently that if we don't do that, we're not going to succeed. So we were looking for a model of excellence, and we found that in Wells Fargo, a corporate model. And as an academic institution, we wanted to distill what they were doing, which was something phenomenal. Stephen DeStefani is the executive lead. He built something that was so different from what the other companies we were meeting had done, even the leaders, right? Some companies, some big names that had done great work. Wells Fargo and Stephen had said, I'm building something that can scale. This is about moving the needle for a lot more people than 10, 20, 30 at a company.
Yeah.
And then they partnered with us to share what they've learned. We distilled that into a vehicle to educate other companies, and they have provided a grant so that it is cost-free to other companies.
Amazing.
So huge evolution for us to going from concept, how can we help, to having a model, national and now international, and bringing that to the UK.
You've got that system in place, that air traffic control. You're helping declutter and clear up the runways for organizations for the neurodivergent talent. And thinking of that, you know, jet setting, international evolution, what does bringing it to the UK look like for you?
It's been so great having the UK. Well, NIB especially, welcome us this way. So we had this model that we were using to educate groups of companies, so large corporations in the US, and we were going from different geographies and grab like 10, 15 companies and saying, we want to create neuro-inclusive opportunities and connect you to neurodivergent individuals in those communities. And then NIB said, well, what about coming to the UK and doing the same thing? The reception has been amazing. NIB's membership is the enthusiasm. We're running a workshop tomorrow, full day, about 19 companies.
Double header.
Yep, very big. So, you know, expanding into the UK has just been a way to amplify our own knowledge, our own, you know, cultural context of what we do, and just a farther reach.
Yeah. And looking ahead, you know, what does that look like in the future? You got US, UK, next step, you know, world domination. What is that future vision?
After a long nap.
Yeah, exactly. A long rest. Ask you after you've slept for 2 weeks. Right?
Sure. If I ever sleep. What does that vision look like? I think right now what we're looking at is really, I always say, before we move on, let's get it right where we are. So we really want to finish US and build out UK companies so that they're humming. Like, we don't need to take on the cultural distinctions and differences and other layers until we've, you know, really done the work we need to do where we're already doing it. So
100%.
lots of need, lots of opportunity, and we're just so grateful to be part of the NIB family.
And we're so grateful to have you and for your extensive support and commitment and all the enthusiasm that you bring. Looking forward to tomorrow's session and hope again to see you for a fourth year.
Sounds great. I'll be here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.